What if you can create your own website by saying, "This is what I want"? With Wix, you can.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to my new series. Some interesting stats before we begin. Obviously, this video has come before, so I'm just a 30 series. Um, slash commands like slash kill or stuff like that, or even events, which is advanced topics like server. Do you wanna? I don't really recommend this, but if you want to, some people like to watch both series at the same time. But it is recommended that you learn Java first, so that when you come into Spigot, you'll actually understand Java, and it'll make the learning process a lot easier for you. Because a lot of people struggle just purely because they don't know Java, and Java is the language.
So you've decided to learn JavaScript. Well, in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how you can learn JavaScript quickly and effectively from my 8 years of being in software developer. And I'm going to include topics such as how you can get started literally today, what it is exactly you need to learn, how to study to be super effective, how to improve your skills rapidly, and of course, how to land that first job. So let's just dive in. So where exactly do you need to begin? Learning JavaScript is pretty similar to how you would play a musical instrument. You don't just buy a piano, a clarinet, or a trumpet and just start trying to play songs with it. That's going to be a massive waste of your time. It's actually better to take that first few weeks and months to maybe learn something like music theory, or how to hold the instrument, or how to play single notes. When it comes to learning JavaScript, though, the process is nearly identical to what I just described, because you really need to start with the basics first. Now, when it comes to the basics in JavaScript, this encompasses a whole bunch of stuff. So for example, syntax, meaning the rules of the programming language, data types, variables, operators, functions, methods, control flow statements, how a basic website works, HTML, the
Pluck again? But I brush every night with my ordinary paste. I'm stuck in a cycle.
Let's break the cycle. Try Oral-B Overnight Protect toothpaste. Its stannous fluoride neutralizes plaque overnight, so you wake up with superior plaque protection. Break the cycle with Oral-B.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome. So that when you come into Spigot, you'll actually understand Java if you want to, or there's many other ones that that are out there for you to check out. And of course, you need to have Minecraft. You need to know how Minecraft works, obviously, to make Minecraft plugins. And then you're going to need a test server. So I have a link in the description for this as well, and you should see it at the top right, a little pop-up. Go check out that video, and I'll show you how to make a test server so you can test your plugins after coding them. And then finally, you need a Java IDE to, code in Java. This will obviously be something you already have if you know the Java language, but I recommend you get IntelliJ IDEA. It's a free IDE, and it has a Minecraft plugin so that you can easily create Minecraft plugin templates and stuff like that. So this is what I'll be using in this course or series, and that's what I recommend for you guys. IntelliJ IDEA, not Eclipse. A lot of people back in the day used Eclipse, but IntelliJ IDEA is like the new top IDE for Java, okay? All right, so how do you get help in this series whenever you need it? So first of all, get involved in the community. We have a Discord server where you can find other coders enthusiastic about Minecraft and programming, not just for Minecraft, even just other things like C++, web development, Java programming in general. So you can get help on whatever you're stuck on. You can also get some friends, other coder friends that would be help. You can do whatever below this in the description below, so you can just come back to it easily and just read the code. So for you guys, and that's actually it. It's a very Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. In this episode, I'm going to show you how to create a What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 1 of the Spigot development tutorial. In this episode, I'm going to show you how to make your first plugin. All right, let's get started here. So first, you're going to see probably a screen like this. If you haven't, then you can just find it in your settings, but we want to I'm going to go to the plugin. Install that, go ahead and create a new project. Install that, go ahead and create a new project. So click new project. And you have all these options here. Java is the default option, but since you just installed the Minecraft plugin, you can go down here to Minecraft now, and you have all these options here for boilerplate templates and any of these libraries. Install that, go ahead and create a new project. So click new project, and you have all these options here. Java is the default option, but since you just installed the Minecraft plugin, you can go down here to Minecraft now, and you have all here. So first, you're going to see probably a screen like this. If you haven't, then you can just find it in your settings. But we want to go to the plugins marketplace here, and we want to install a plugin that will allow us to create a template for Minecraft plugins, so that every time we create a new project or a new plugin, it'll already be set up with all the boilerplate code. It'll make our process a lot easier for us. Okay, so if you go to Marketplace, you can find the Marketplace here, or I'll show you in a second where you can find it if you don't see this screen already. And you can just search for Minecraft, and you'll see this Minecraft development plugin here. So 454,000 downloads, and so just make sure you install this and then restart the IDE, and then you'll have it. And that's all you need. That's all you have to install. Okay, so after you install that, go ahead and create a new project. So click new option, and but there's options here for boilerplate templates and any of these libraries you can use. So with bucket, spigot, paper, sponge, forge, fabric, light loader, etc. So we're going to work on spigot, basically both, and then too much in terms of the development process. It's just more really so the project. Anything above that will be fine. Just make sure that you. So we're just going to focus on spigot, although they really are the same thing at the end of the day. They just offer more stuff. So, and then these other ones are just random stuff like forges for mods and stuff like that. So anyway, the project SDK doesn't really matter. Just make sure that you have at least Java 8. Java 8 or anything above that will be fine. Plugin. If you the spigot development, so you can just find a plugin that will allow us to. It'll already okay. Or I'll show you in a second where you can find it if you don't see this screen already. And you can 154 plugin. You can go down here to Minecraft now, and you have all these options. If you don't with a newer version, the development process is just more of like a performance type of thing from what I've seen. So we're just going to focus on spigot, although they really are the same thing at the end of the day. They just offer more stuff. So, and then these other ones are just random stuff like forges for mods and stuff like that. So anyway, the project SDK doesn't really matter. Just make sure that you have at least Java 8. Java 8 or anything above that will be fine. You can download the latest one here by clicking download JDK, and then here is where you can. And so yeah, I have Java 16. Okay, so click next. And here is where you can choose how you want to build it and how you want to manage all the dependencies. So you can use Maven or Gradle. I recommend Maven. I'm going to be using Maven in this whole series, so I recommend using it too. But if you're more familiar with Gradle, then that's fine too. You don't really need to be experts in either one of these. It's just simply a dependency manager. that helps you compile your plugins, package them, and then also include dependencies in your project. So I'll be using Maven, and so what it's asking for is a group ID, which is simply the package of the plugin that you want to create, so like the base package and all that. So we're going to do me.codysimpson. So the way that you come up with this is simply just, you can do me.whatever your name is. You can do a if you own a domain, you could do, let's say I own youtube.com, you could do com.youtube. Obviously I don't own that, so you don't want to do that. But it doesn't really matter too much. It's just a unique identifier for your plugin that you're making. But yeah, and then the most important part here is the artifact ID, which is just the name of the jar file or the plugin itself, so the project itself. And we're going to call this my first plugin. All right, and so the version, you can have it as whatever you want. You can have it as 1.0, you can have it as 0, you can have it as 1.0-snapshot, but I'm gonna just leave it how it is. So click next, and it fills in some of this. And as you can see, the main class name is going to be me.codysimpson.myfirstplugin.my first plugin, and the plugin name is my first plugin because that was the artifact name that we just gave it. And then the Minecraft version right here, you can choose. Latest one is 1.16.5, so we have it selected already. Sometimes when new versions come out, by the way, it may take a second to update. But yeah, it goes still using video on it. Description for your plugin, so you can say my first plugin ever gaming name. And the website, you can do whatever website if you have one. I'm gonna do youtube.com/c/CodySimpson. Log prefix, we don't have to worry about that. And then yeah, we don't have to worry about any of these other options. We can set these also, by the way, after the project is made. This is just as like a template type of thing. It'll do this for us, but we can edit it later if we need to. So click next. As like a template type of thing, it'll do this for us. This my first plugin. Actually, let me copy that. Let's change the directory of this to Minecraft. Actually, we'll do, yeah, that's fine. Tutorials is fine. So we'll do / my first plugin. So this will create a new project in the my first plugin folder inside the tutorials folder, and then just make sure you have the project name successfully set. And that's all you need. So again, just to recap, we use the Minecraft plugin to create a space. We set videos and see what happens. All right, so this is what you should see, probably something like this. Whenever you first make a new plugin. Oh, by the way, one thing I need to show you is that if you didn't see the screen that I was originally on when I first started the video, you might see something like this already if you already have a project. So you can go to File, Settings.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform. Describe what you want.
And then you go to plugins, and this is where you can find the marketplace and install the Minecraft development plugin. So there you go. First things first, let's go ahead and resize this just to make it look better. And let's open up our files here to see what we got. So in the Java me.codysimpson.myfirstplugin package, we have a myfirstplugin.java class, and this will be the main class of our plugin. So the primary methods, let me move this to the side real quick. The two most important methods of a Java plugin, or a Minecraft plugin, is going to be the onEnable and the onDisable methods. And these are as simple as they sound. They're literally just methods that are called when the plugin starts and when the plugin stops. So let's do this. So when the plugin that we're creating starts for the first time, we're just going to output a message, sout, system.out.println. My first plugin has started. Hello. And then when it shuts down, we'll add some other message, sout, my first plugin has stopped. Bye. Great. So very, very simple. This is all we're going to do this episode. I'm just going to show you how to create the plugin, how to compile the plugin, and how to put the plugin in your server. And then we'll see what happens when the plugin starts up and shuts down, if it'll actually print out the message, okay? All right, so as for this, we have also a resources folder here. And this has what's called the plugin.yml. Let's do this. So when the plugin that we're creating starts for the first time, we're just going to output a message, sout, system.out.println. And these are as simple as they sound. They're literally just methods that are called when the plugin starts and when the plugin stops. So let's do this. So when the plugin that we're creating starts for the first time, we're just going to output a message, sout, system.out.println, plugin.java class, and this will be the main class of our plugin. So the primary methods, let me move this to the side real quick. The two most important methods of a Java plugin, or a Minecraft plugin, is going to be the onEnable and the onDisable methods. And these are as simple as they sound. They're literally just methods that are called when the plugin starts and when the plugin stops. So let's do this. So when the plugin that we're creating starts for the first time, we're just going to output a message, sout, system.out.println, my first plugin has started. Hello. And then when it shuts down, we'll add some other message, sout, my first plugin has stopped. Bye. Great. So very, very simple. This is all we're going to do this episode. I'm just going to show you how to create the plugin, how to compile the plugin, and how to put the plugin in your server. And then we'll see what happens when the plugin starts up and shuts down, if it'll actually print out the message, okay? All right, so as for this, we have also a resources folder here, and this has what's called the plugin.yml. And this is simply a configuration file for the details of your plugin. So you have the name of the plugin, the version of the plugin, which is actually grabbed from the pom.xml. We'll explain this in a second. And we have the main, we have to provide the main class of the plugin. So me.codysimpson.myfirstplugin.myfirstplugin. So it's the path of all the packages and then the actual class name itself. And then the API version, we chose 1.16.5 as the plugin. So 1.16 is the API version. And then the authors is Illuminati. You can add as many authors as you want, by the way. We can say Cody Simpson, etc. And then the description is something we also set. So my first plugin ever. You can change and stuff like that for the details of XML. Tune for that. So again, the plugin.yml is just simply a configuration file for the details of your plugin so that it knows how to compile it and build it and package it and all that information. Okay, as for the pom.xml, this is simply a configuration file for Maven. Maven, again, is just a dependency manager for Java projects. It allows you to, it does a bunch of things. One of the main things is dependency management. So it brings in dependencies into your project so you don't have to bring in the jar, download the jar yourself, bring it in and all that information. And then besides that, it also packages it, compiles and packages it for you into a jar file, which is very important here in this case because, yeah, we don't have to do it ourselves. It'll do it all for us, essentially. All we have to do is click the run button here, which we'll do in a second. All right, so that looks to be it for the basics of the layout for our first plugin here. So just get familiar with this. Again, this is just a method that is called whenever the plugin starts up, and this is a method that is called whenever the plugin stops. And every single Minecraft Spigot plugin needs one of these, needs these methods here. Actually, you don't need to have them, but these are the most essential things that a plugin should have, and you'll put stuff in them as we get started here. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't even need them, but I'm just saying every plugin will have them usually. At least the on enable. You don't usually need the on disable. I mean, sometimes you do, obviously, for different things, but it's not as important as the on enable method, okay? Anyway, other thing is that the main class itself, it's not called main, obviously, there's no main method, but it does extend the Java plugin superclass here. So class Java plugin, and that's defined by the bucket API, which is a part now of the Spigot library. Anyway, so that's a lot of information for you guys. Don't worry about that if you're a little overwhelmed or confused. By the way, you should know Java if you're getting into this. Like I said before in the intro video, if you don't know Java, then check out my Java series. There will be a link for that at the top right. Okay, so now let's do the fun part of this, which is going to be to compile the plugin and package it to a jar file and then test it out on our test server. So all we have to do here is click the run button. If you see right up here, click run my first plugin build, and this will package it and everything for you. Okay, so now let's do the fun part of this, which is going to be to compile the plugin and package it to a jar file and then test it out on our test server. So all we have to do here is click the run button. If you see right up here, click run my first plugin. Build, and this will package it and everything for you. So just let it do its thing. not as important as the on enable method. Called whenever the plugin starts up, and this is a method that is called whenever the plugin stops. And every single Minecraft Spigot plugin, really need the not as important class is super class here, part now of the Spigot library. Anyway, so that's a lot of information for you guys into this. Like I said before, top right. Okay, so now let's do the fun part of this. Then check out my Java series. There will be a link for that at the top right. Okay, so now let's do the fun part of this, which is going to be to compile the plugin and package it to a jar file and then test it out on our test server. So all we have to do here is click the run button. If you see right up here, click run my first plugin build, and this will package it and everything for you. So just let it do its thing. If there's any problems with your plugin, it'll tell you what the problem is so you can find it and fix it. But it says build success, and it built it in 6.183 seconds, which is great. So now we can find it by going to our target folder, which was generated, and we can see that we have a my first plugin -1.0-snapshot.jar. Which is just our version of the plugin. And you can change the version here, by the way, inside the pom.xml. Where is it? It's right here. Okay, as for this though, on the side, Maven, you don't really ever need to touch this, but if you open this up here, if you're familiar with Maven, this is just another way to use this up here. You can, call any of these. You can call package if you really want to up so that you know. So the point is that you don't really have to worry about any. This is why the Minecraft plugin is a lot, because this is our first episode here. I tend to do that. So let's go to target, right click this.
Staying late again? Yep, got prospect calls to summarize. You really need to switch to Monday CRM. Your old CRM is holding.
And then go to open in Explorer. And this is how you can see the file that you just created. So go to target, and this is our plugin. File here. Okay, so now let's put this on our test server. I have it here. All I'm going to do is move it into my plugins folder. So copy, control, all paste, control V, and then now let's go back and run this, find the message that we told it to say. Okay. I have some other. So pay attention closely to the server logs. We're trying to find the message that we told it to say when the plugin starts up. Okay. I have some other plugins in here, so just ignore all the extra stuff. Don't worry about that. Let's see if we can find it. First, let's see if the plugin actually loaded. So we'll do /pl. And it says citizens, essentials, essential spawn, JSON file storage tutorial, my first plugin, protocol lib. There we go. So it says my first plugin in green. So that's how you know that your plugin actually was able to be loaded by the server, and it worked. So now we just need to find the message that we told it to output. There we go. Look right there. It says my first plugin has started. Hello. Isn't that awesome? So now let's do /stop, and it should say the other message.